I'm naturally skeptical. I want to know if this place is actually cool, all the stuff they talk about, if it's actually viable for the average person, or if it's kind of another yuppie scam. Culdesac is America's first carless community, and tons of people have been talking about it online. It's right here in Tempe, Arizona, so I figured I'd go take a look. So I have 3 things that I really want to test, I want to find out about. First one, people talk about community, people hanging out. Do they actually do that? Is there actually community stuff? I'm going to look for like event boards, and maybe I'll talk to somebody and find out if they actually do events, if people actually show up, or if they suck. The second thing, can you have kids here? Is this a kid-friendly spot, or is this a millennial, child-free zone? And the third thing, look, I live in Phoenix. Is the build quality shit? A lot of places here, they're made out of styrofoam. You put them up, use the cheapest materials possible. If you're going to be paying the prices that they want here, are you actually getting good stuff, or is this just the same junk that they put everywhere? I don't know how I'm going to test this. I'll figure it out as I go. Culdesac is all about community, but marketing doesn't always reflect absolute truth. So I want to know if people actually hang out together, if all the walking around actually helps friendships form. Does Culdesac feel just as isolating as everywhere else in modern America? These are my first impressions. Honestly, I went right past the used clothing store. I've already seen them in a bunch of videos about Culdesac. I wanted to look at places that I hadn't seen online yet, and the succulent store was very, very nice. The people there, Joe and Leah, talked to me forever about stuff. If I'm ever in that part of town, I'm probably going to visit them again just to get new pots. I'm here with Leah and Joe. Leah and Joe. What's the community like here, Leah?
Well, it's definitely growing. Like any community, it takes some time. I think kind of Culdesac created community, and then some like natural community too. Like a lot of the monthly events, like the cookout, and they do like movie nights and bingo nights and a lot of events. Like that's definitely Culdesac creating community. But I also feel like based on those events, like residents have made their own events, and it's becoming more like an authentic community. But just kind of needs help for people to kind of break the ice initially, and as it grows, it's definitely become bigger. We've been in this space for a few months now, but we just opened up a month ago, so we've kind of been here like late nights and most of our days, and it's really cool to see the amount of people living here grow so much. It's definitely grown as a community. We have people that come into our store every day just to see us and talk that are residents.
Do a lot of people show up to the events? Like, is it big?
Considering, I mean, like, this place is only like 20% built, so I feel like considering there's not that many people living here just yet, it's impressive. Like, if it was when that other 80% fills in, they would be everywhere they get turned out because
party events. Yep.
Yeah.
I think initially, like, the Little Choya events started off before Culdesac even like built the apartments. It was it started off in that pit over there. They had like these events. They did this huge market. It was really cool, and they started growing the community really early on. And it kind of got people going to those markets wanting to like see what the future would be like living here. And a lot of the people that started going to Little Choya ended up living here, which is really cool.
Community is definitely there. I saw people talking to each other all over the place. Everyone there seemed to know each other, which is cool. They tell me that the CEO actually walks around all the time and says hi to people and asks, hey, what do you think we should build next? They have events on the website. Apparently tons of people actually show up to them. The community seems to be a big success. It looks really different from a lot of other places in Phoenix. Still kind of the same, but different. It's its own thing. We snuck in a gate as it closed behind someone and walked around the residential area. I also saw another video that said all the plants here are native. Pretty sure that's not a native plant. I don't think that's a native plant. I think that guy just didn't know what he was talking about. There's not that many native plants here at all. That's a red agave. That's from like Spain. Well, it's actually 2 people's doors, but I mean the view here is cool. Look at this view. I love that all the doors are different colors. I think the vegetation looks pretty sparse now, but once things start to grow up, I think it's gonna look really, really neat. Okay, so let's talk about quality a little bit. This, I guess, looks okay. Sort of looks like the Florida pool park, but listen to this. I mean, this feels like I'm walking on cardboard. There's like a give to it, you know? I don't know about that. Right here especially. Tons right here. I wonder if it's not draining right. Oh, whoa. Okay, this is like sloped. This is not like level, and it comes down this way. You can even see like a crack right here. Not ideal. Right there. See, it's all cracking. This is built super recently. So I feel like that shouldn't really be happening yet. If this were like a 700-year-old villa, like it's based off of, I'd give it a little bit of leeway on it, But this is built like last year. Yuppie millennial presence confirmed. We have a bike fixing station. It is nice that they're really bike friendly. It also smells a lot like dog pee right here. So yeah, this is definitely the no kid dog millennial zone. As far as building materials go, building quality, it's pretty much par for the core for Phoenix. Nothing super bad, nothing super good. Phoenix is like not great construction anyway, but not much creative stuff has gone on the actual building part of it. It's more the design that's interesting. This, I feel like I've seen in a billion places around Phoenix. We have the same like stucco on top of cinder block that everywhere has. This exact color of the trim around windows, this is every single building here. If you can actually look inside, it's built pretty much like every single other apartment complex inside. So is building quality a plus or a minus? It is a normal baseline Phoenix level of building quality. The prices here are honestly not unreasonable. At the low end, they have a place that's $1,660 a month, and on the really high end, it's $2,500 a month. These numbers do seem kind of expensive, but it's really not crazy for the area. It kind of sucks. The biggest thing they have is 2 bedrooms though. $2,500 for 2 bedrooms isn't great, but is not bad. So this is the whole market that they have here. It's a convenience store, pretty much, with Asian stuff in it, with Korean stuff in it. I feel like if you're gonna do like a no car neighborhood for real, you need like an actual grocery store, not something where you buy chips and sushi, you know what I mean? This is the most American section that I see. Look, if you're an average Joe like me, you're gonna need some normal beers, okay? All right, let's give this Sailor Moon juice a try. The Ocean Bomb. It's pretty good. I'm gonna drink this the rest of the time. So family friendly, I'm not so sure. The market isn't really a grocery store. You'd have to actually go somewhere to get your groceries.
So I know you don't live here, but is there like a grocery store you can actually, like a grocery store, like go get apples, go get potatoes?
If you take the light rail, there's a Safeway. It's like a 10-minute light rail away, or you could bike easily there. And there's a ton. There's like Safeway, there's H Mart, there's Fry's, about like a half mile that way. Or you need Busan Mart sells like sushi, spam musubi. They don't sell like a ton of produce, but there's like snacky things there.
Yeah.
So
it could be used.
Yeah.
So, but it's so close. So if you didn't want to use your car for like 2 weeks, you probably would be fine.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the whole plan, is that they also just got a doctor that moved in.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and they're getting a barber, is what I've been told.
The thing that everyone loves about it, and I got to give it big props too, is it is right next to the light rail station. If you need to go somewhere nearby, I suppose it is kind of a carless, walkable city in a way. We don't have a lot of public transportation here in the Western United States, or I guess the U.S. in general. So to actually be making good use of the light rail is really refreshing to see. And a lot about Culdesac is really refreshing. I mean, I could be Mr., lame, I can be Mr. Wet Blanket, but the reality is the ideas behind it are really, really good, even if the execution is a little off the mark. Even if the execution is a little for a very specific kind of person. So the stuff that I'm saying I can't believe they don't have, they're actually working on building. I'll see if I can confirm it actually with Culdesac, but as they say, as the folks at the plant store said, they're working on a pool, they're working on a park, they're working on a beer garden, they're working on a lot more community stuff that's going to be, but if there's a park and maybe if they have some other activity centers or something, it could very well be in the next 2, 3, 4 years, a family-friendly place. It's just not family-friendly right now. Culdesac is not done. This is a good time to say that. There's a lot more with Culdesac that they're building. Hopefully, maybe they'll put in some more cover so walking around isn't so, nightmarish. Overall, Culdesac, huge step in the right direction. I know I can be Mr. Wet Blanket sometimes, but I'm being nitpicky, okay? Even if this thing is not viable for your average Joe like me, it's still a really cool idea. It's a really great experiment. I want to see more things like this. It's America's first carless community, okay? It's not going to be perfect. Maybe the second, third, fourth, fifth. Maybe there'll be tons of these in the next 15 years. And they'll actually be cool. They'll have like a parking garage or something so you can go out if you want to go out. They will get a grocery in order, like a real grocery. But I loved visiting Culdesac. I kind of want to know what you guys think in the comments. Maybe you live there, maybe you visited there, maybe someone's building something kind of like this in your city. I want to hear about this. I think this is so cool. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If this was valuable to you, if you watched the whole thing, maybe consider liking, subscribing, and why not share it to someone who maybe is looking for an apartment, or maybe someone who likes videos. That would be a good person to send it to.